This is the Rebel Yell podcast, supported by MK Window Cleaning and Price Jones Electrical.
Very well, welcome to episode 4 of the 25-26 season of the Rebel Yell podcast, proudly brought to you by MK Window Cleaning, Price Jones Electrical. Spencer Yacko, how are we doing? How are we doing, guys?
Hello.
Are we okay? We good? We okay?
Good.
Yeah, we're good.
The tissue's ready for later, aren't
what are you doing later? You dirty boy.
Well, it's...
We've started the
it's a good
podcast.
start.
A great start, you filthy animal.
Strap yourselves in.
Yeah, strap yourself in.
It's the theme tonight.
Yeah, the retirement home.
The
You mean
retirement
you're getting the tomato soup out and the bedpans. That's what you'll be getting rather than anything else.
Catching up the countdown.
Yeah, as I'm sure you can imagine, what we are on this podcast doing tonight is speaking to the retirees in Nicky Wheeler and Aarran Racine, who've called time in their Worthing FC and playing careers. We've also got Nathan Bowen on board tonight, who, due to popular demand from people online requesting to speak to Nathan, it's fantastic to have him on, and we appreciate his time. We'll speak to JC. Sophia Wickenden is coming on and to speak to us about her time here at Worthing and how she's come and how she came towards Worthing. And I just want to say thanks for the comments on the pod and the last pod. We really appreciate it. We do take them on, and we love seeing them. We do it for a bit of fun and to get the nice comments, guys. I think you can agree. We really enjoy it, and that's what we do it for.
Yeah. People seem to enjoy it.
God knows why.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, the retirement home special tonight will be good. I think it'll be a little bit emotional. It will be. It's weird. I think it's going to be weird not seeing, especially like Aarran. I mean, he's kind of with Aarran. We kind of come to sort of accept that he's not really playing anymore, because although he did come back as a player, he's not really come back as much, has he? With since he did say he's going to play again, and but Nicky is like, that's it. He's going.
He's gone. Yeah.
He will. Yeah. Don't know what to say, but it's just. I think when on Saturday, on the game, after the game, it probably couldn't hit you.
Yeah,
but
I'll be sad. I mean, I'll miss Biggsy comments. Come on, the Wheeler. That's what he said. Come on, the Wheeler. Come on, the Wheeler. But yeah, he's brought some big times and good times. But I think there's no point beating around the bush here, because 9 wins out of 11 for the Rebels under Hinshelwood since he's come, 6 out of 7 in November. It's been a busy month.
It's not been too shoddy.
I mean, 6 wins out of 7 possible games. Well, we got 8 on Saturday against Hornchurch. It'll be the 8th game in November, which is crazy to think how many games are fitted in this month. And, could it be 7 out of 8? It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, good to be picking up the points, though, and being in the position we're in. And what a game coming up against Hornchurch.
Yeah, and I mean, we were very narrowly defeated against Torquay. It seemed to be like we went 2-0 up, and that's when they pulled the finger out, and unfortunately we just couldn't get it over the line, but played well against Torquay again. And, playing against Hornchurch on Saturday is another test of the top teams, and that's the ones we're going to have to beat, and the results going to have to come against if we want to compete with the best next season.
Yeah, we've got to show we've got the resilience, and, we showed that against Slough on Saturday, coming back from 1 down, and Hinch made the changes at half time, and we showed the fight and the battle to come back.
Yeah, and we mentioned the women. Unfortunately, 2 losses this month, but they've only played twice. Their FA Cup's postponed till this Sunday if it doesn't get postponed again, and they've got a potential tie against Ipswich in the FA Cup on the third round again.
The game being postponed was a good opportunity for them to be in the hat, though, and be in that third round draw.
Something to work for, isn't it? Something to work for. But we've got an action-packed podcast as we do every month. So without any further ado, let's speak to Adam Hinshelwood, who joins us for the Rebel Yell podcast.
This is the Rebel Yell podcast.
Where do I start? This month, this run, this everything is 6 out of 7 in November. It's not a bad November, is it, for such a busy month? And you still got one more to play on Saturday.
We like to have been 7 out of 7. I think our performance warranted that, but it wasn't to be. Give it a good effort. And the players have been fantastic this month, and been pleased with how the performances have been. Yeah, no, it's. I mean, we really can't complain. I mean, it's just been. It's been fun to watch. It really has. I don't know if you've had much feedback from the fans, but it's just nice because, as we said,
Aggies, when he's playing, it wasn't. We were used to the high scoring game when you're in the past from both sides, from the defence and the other way. But to have it back and like just it's enjoyable to watch, isn't it?
It's really enjoyable.
There's such a positive vibe around the place. It's not even just the results and the wins. It's just everyone's just enjoying being here and watching the football.
Yeah,
I think you can say it's not the wins, but that does have a big. I feel a lot better than it does myself. Obviously. Still very disappointed, and we'll probably learn more from Tuesday night's defeat than any of the other games that we've won, and it's just sort of human nature. So we want to keep the positivity and hoping for a really big turnout on Saturday, and everyone can get behind us. We want to keep that sort of feel good factor that has been generated in the last few weeks going right up until the new year.
Yeah. It's a tough one on Saturday. As I said, it's against Hornchurch. I think it's still top of the league as we stand. So, they've done fantastic this season. Good on them. They've sort of come on the rise with us recently over the last few years. So, you've got the sort of top teams out of the way. So, anything you've learnt from Tuesday will be going into Saturday?
I think want to keep the performance level the same. Really, I thought it was an unbelievable performance. I thought we really did try and take the game to Torquay. I thought, the goals were disappointing. Something that we spoke about, that they leave a lot of players up. So you've got to get your attacking stuff right, and we got done on the counter-attack for 2 of the goals, which was disappointing. One playing out one, which, we're 2-0 up away from home, and looks like it was all a bit rushed. But that's how we want to play. So, I'll take full responsibility for that, and try to work on that to be better. Stuff for us to improve on going into it. But in the main, we want to keep that performance level where it's been. I think performing like that will more often not lead to us picking up wins, and that's the key. There's a couple of bits that we need to improve on, but I don't think it's wholesale sort of changes. It's a couple of tweaks and a couple of decisions and moments really. And I think they had on the day a couple of individuals that can win you a game of football. But hopefully our togetherness and our performance give the players a lot of confidence still.
I wasn't there against Slough, but I was listening to the commentary.
Part-timer.
No, whatever. But I've got a feeling now the games where it doesn't go our way, we still can win them. And I think that's something we didn't do in the past, if that makes sense.
Yeah, we've got resilience.
Yeah, we have. I think we showed that against Slough, for sure. 100%. But we created a lot of chances. We just didn't take our chances. Could have been more emphatic on the day. And I don't think it was a case that, it didn't really go our way on Tuesday. I thought we played well and created more than enough chances again, away from home, Torquay away. It was a similar sort of feel to when we went there and won 3-0. But just the moments in the game, they was clinical, like I say, individuals that punish you when they get an opportunity. Lots still, to be pleased with that performance. No one's more disappointing than myself when we don't win. But like I say, we'll learn a lot from it, and hopefully try and put it right Saturday.
Yeah, I think we will.
Yeah. So talking just about the squad, we've had some departures this month. Obviously, 2 retirees. The retirement home episode this is with Aarran and Nicky Wheeler going. We called it. Seb Stacey's gone back to his loan club at Milton Keynes and anointed Chuck Ruse up, and he scored on Saturday for Chippenham, isn't it? So, and you brought in Tom King and Ollie Godziemski. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, sounds
like yeah. Do you just call him Ollie G? That's it, Ollie G. Yeah. So, what are your views and thoughts on that, and the sort of behind those decisions?
Yeah, obviously Chuck's didn't have much of a pre-season, so I'm led to believe, and I think he's a player that needed to go out and get some minutes, just coming off the bench, and with that left us some space on the bench and in that forward areas, really. So, Ollie is a player that, we know we're not signing the finishing article. He's a 19-year-old lad. He's dual signed with Horndean. But one thing we really like about him is his attitude. He comes down, he's hungry to learn and improve. Stretch says, like in the gym, his work in there is unbelievable. He wants to learn, and I think I really can't wait to see Ollie in a Worthing shirt in 6 weeks' time, because I think there's a real player in there that's got real potential. So, that's with these players. That's what we're signing. That's where we are as a club. We've always sort of done it that way, give younger players their opportunity, and I think we've got a young group still, and there's other ways. I think if you want ready-made success, then you probably need a bit more experience. But I feel we've got that as well. H and Cookie have played a lot of games at this level and higher. But other than them two, you look round, there's not too many that have played a lot of games at this level or higher. So with that, it is going to take time for them to gel and for them to get to their.
They're keen and hungry to go
They
out and
are,
prove themselves.
definitely. And we're all the time. You've got players like that in the building. Myself and John will, take the time to work with them, and like I say, really excited by them. Same with Tom King, young lads, and I think we've just been really frustrated, and I'm sure he has. That he's had 2 sort of cameos for us, and then
whippersnapper.
Just I think he offers so from the bench or starting, but his pace to running behind is something that
Unbelievable.
we haven't really got in abundance in that top line.
Especially Bailey being injured as well.
Yeah, with Bailey being injured, which is a blow. And Beardy, we've picked up some bad injuries, and that with that you get opportunities for other players, and I really feel that Ollie's got so much potential, and same with Kingy. Can't wait to see him back out. I don't think it's going to be quite ready for this weekend, but should be back training with the group next week. So
nice.
I think he's got so much potential. I think we're signing potential, and down to us to work.
No, it's good to see. It's good to see. It's going to be a sort of busy Christmas, not as busy as November, but we got like the trophy against Gloucester, which will be nice, a new ground, a away day travel, and a winnable game for us to get to the next round. Obviously got the A24 derby, Dorking on New Year's Day, and you got Eastbourne Borough on Boxing Day. No, not New Year's Day this year. It's like the 4th or something, isn't it? 4th or something. Yeah. So it's weird that there's no New Year's Day thing for once.
Yeah, I think it's 30th. Then
and then we've got Eastbourne Borough, who it's amazing how much they've changed from last year. On the playoff fight and promotion fight for us, and they're struggling at the bottom. But I'm sure, nevertheless, you can't take any game as sort of a guarantee, can you?
No, it's really exciting month, I think. One thing that's always been labelled with me that never done too well in the cup competitions, the trophy and the FA Cup, and that's something I want to put right.
I mean, we'll let you off the FA Cup. It was your first match back. If
I
can we'll let you back. We'll
keep saying it. We'd like to play that game again.
Well, knowing you, how I've known you, I know that would have hurt you. Even though it'd been your first game back, but I know you would have been hurt by that.
Definitely, and that and the Torquay game. I think you learn more from them and about yourself, and know that we've got to be better. And that's how we always look to be. And like I say, it's a big month, but really exciting month, and we want to go far in the trophy. There's always the last few years a Step 2 team that's got to the final, and for a Step 2 team to take a team to Wembley is.
Stop making us excited, Adam.
Obviously,
calm down.
Obviously,
we'd out later.
We'd all love that opportunity to do that, and I think with this group of players, we want to test ourselves against the best.
Positivity. I mean, to be fair, it would be amazing, but just what you've done since you've come back has just been great to watch, as we've said, and we've really enjoyed it. One thing I was going to say though, Christmas for you this year, you're on someone's sofa, or you're going to hope to have your own place to have the turkey around this year?
That's the thing. That's the big.
Is Jack getting a takeaway for you?
Yeah, we're hoping to be all done. So time is ticking. It's getting
but that's
closer.
all you want now, is it? Obviously, you moved down here now, and you're like, it's great being back, and you can see how happy you are to be back. But I guess what you need is a base at night to go for you and Tracy and Teddy and all the other girls and stuff like that. Just have a nice little house.
I think Jack and his partner Grace want that as well. Their own space back rather than
and the little baby. You probably want to. You've done your time having babies. You just want you want your peace and quiet.
Nice. That is one thing that we'll miss. Going home and seeing her face or an
And
evening.
will Jack playing on Boxing Day as well? Did the Premier League play Boxing
I
Day?
think he's the
No,
27th.
there's
27th.
only
Yeah.
one game on.
So you can let him do all the washing up then on
Yeah,
Boxing
that's
Day.
it, yeah.
That would be it.
No. So yeah, no. You know, the Christmas period is you know, one to spend with families, and you know, in our house it's about, you know, where's the football at. So you know, we're excited that, you know, we play early at Eastbourne and then hopefully get to Jack's game on the 27th, and I think we both play 30th and the 3rd, so then miss a couple of games, but.
And it was great on Saturday to see, obviously, like we got that win against Slough, which was a tough place to go, and then Jack scores on his return back to the Brighton team and scores the winner, and it's like, it's a good day to be Hinshelwood, I think, wasn't it?
That's been worse days.
Yeah, I bet it was a good house to go back to.
Yeah.
Well, those 6-point weekends are the ones that we like to enjoy. But yeah, no, it's hoping to, like, so happy and settled in the work here. Now to get settled with the family, the kids are settled into schools and back in their clubs and whatnot. So yeah, get the house all sorted, and then sooner rather than later.
And are you enjoying it? Are you enjoying being back?
No, I'm loving it. Yeah,
You feel it looks like you do.
Yeah,
like,
you know, always when you're sort of coming back somewhere, you sort of never know how it's going to go, but yeah, loving every minute of it, like I say, and just want to keep on developing and improving myself and try to help the club develop as well.
It is really strange, but it almost feels like you've never been away.
It does. Yeah. It does. Yeah.
No,
it's lovely. It's just great.
I think it helps having so many players that I know and have coached before. Like I say, you know, Spongy and Paco was coming back from a knee injury, but were training with us. And then obviously Teddy Jenks of coach, Matty Burgess I coach, so a day I know. So Joel, there's so many.
It makes your job easier.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they know what to expect from me. I know what I'm getting from them, and I think when you go to a new club, there's always that
Unknown.
Bedding in. Yeah,
but I think that's really helped.
Yeah. Well, Hinch is great, and we love having you back. So, you know, keep up the work, have a lovely Christmas and a lovely New Year, and hopefully a sort of a point-filled Christmas. I'm sure that's what you want Santa to leave you under the tree, innit? No lumps of coal. You want to know how many points in the next round of the trophy, don't you?
Stocking full of points.
Yeah, that's what he wants.
Yeah, definitely. Next round of the trophy and at the top end of the table.
And you'll be a happy man on Christmas Day.
Yeah, that's it, definitely.
Well, good luck, mate, and we'll speak to you next month.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
This is the Rebel Yell podcast.
Great chat with Hinch per usual. We had to have a time limit out because we know we can speak for hours with Hinch, can't we? You know, it's just so easy to chat to, and that's what we love having. It's just so the conversation flows. It is easy, but no, for Hinch, thank you for your time as per usual. I think before we get onto the retirement home, we'll do the managers first. We have a manager theme tonight. Let's do the managers. So, not too much to talk about tonight. We've had some really good, insightful chats with JC over the last couple of months. But let's talk to him about almost like a non-eventful November for him.
Yeah.
This is the Rebel Yell podcast.
All right, JC, welcome back to the Rebel Yell podcast. There's not really much to talk about this month, really, is there?
Hello, guys. No, not really.
We can talk about the weather.
Talk about the weather, because that's the reasons why you haven't had much football.
Yeah, obviously we were excited about the FA Cup, next FA Cup round, but yeah, we play Portchester away in grass. Weather was really bad, to be fair, over the weekend. So the game was cut off, postponed for this weekend. So, well, one more week to prepare.
Do you think you needed that extra week? You're quite happy you got it in a bit?
Well, I mean, probably not needed. We were ready to play, and we were planning to play until, like, you know, the very last minute.
Did you go down there? You didn't go down there, did you?
No, we didn't get to get down there. The game was called off at like 9 in the morning. I think some players were already left the houses because it's a few players that live a bit far away. But yeah, no, we didn't get there. But we were ready, and, you know, obviously an extra week for them too. So both teams now even more prepared for the game.
And I guess you could say as well, it's a little bit more to play for because you've been drawn against Ipswich at home, which in the third round, if you to get through the second round, that's a big tie, it's a big name, and hopefully that gives the girls a little bit more sort of momentum to go and get that result and get through to the next round.
Yeah, but, you know, first thing we have to win Sunday, and then we will see. The only good thing about that one is, well, if we go through, it's a home game, which is very rare for us. So
You're always away in the cup, aren't you?
Yeah.
Always.
so that's positive.
And nice to not have to go up to Ipswich as well. That's even worse than I think going down.
Despite them not going too well as well. So might be a giant killing on there potentially.
Yes, get through it. Obviously, 2 games this month that you have played, both losses. Obviously, Swindon. We've spoken about Swindon before. The money bags of the league. So, were you surprised at those results? Really, with Swindon, all the money they've got?
No, obviously it's a team that already from last season and the last few seasons they've been building and making a team to get promoted, and they fair enough, fair play to them. They are doing the job. Top of the league, they are doing well, and so it was kind of obviously the way we did it. I think we probably could do a bit better. I'm not gonna lie, but it's a game that you can lose.
Yeah. So any additions to the squad this month? Because I think every time we've spoken, there's been 1 or 2 new ones hanging around. So.
I don't think so.
No,
I don't think this.
You don't think so? Okay.
I don't think so.
You're not sure? Do you think so? You think so? Yeah.
No one's turning up for training tonight.
There's someone else at training.
Who's this one?
From the last time that we spoke, no, I don't think. No, it was just that, to be fair, we have a bit of an injury crisis, and we have 2 weeks ago, and you can ask Sophia about it later. We've been training with 4 or 5 players, which it was, a bit frustrating. Not because other reason that all the players were injured. I remember a couple of weeks back, Thursday, it was 10, 12 players on the gym and 5 players or 4 players on the pitch. So that's
what are you doing to them?
Obviously that was a bit frustrating. We're working hard to get them back and recover them, and we have most of them back already. But it was a couple of tough weeks in there.
Yep. So, do you think you'll have a full strength squad for Sunday's game against? I
feel pretty confident with the girls. Tuesday we did a good session. Today I expect another good session, good numbers. So fully confident, and I think we'll be good.
So this is probably the last one we do before Christmas. It will be the last one we do before Christmas till the new year.
You're going to want to record on Christmas Day, aren't you?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, just after post Turkey. What's Christmas for you this year, mate?
Being here,
24th again, as per usual. You celebrate on the 24th, or you
24th, 25th. Yeah,
so
we are Spanish, but no, with us.
Well, most of Europe, isn't it?
Celebrate 31st first, and everything. It's a bit tricky because the league put us a game in the 4th.
Okay.
Which make us at least back on training, that week. Obviously, we normally train Tuesday, Thursday. Thursday is the 1st of January. I don't think I'm going to get the girls down here on the 1st of January. So we just have to work out the best way to prepare for that game. But apart from that, quite Christmas. I'll stay here, not going to Spain, unfortunately.
I bet you wish you could with weather like this out there at the moment. But
as I always say, it's still cold in the winter.
Yeah, maybe just not as rainy and horrible. But JC, good luck. Good luck for the FA Cup on Sunday. Hopefully you get through, and good luck for December. And we hope you have a nice Christmas and a happy New Year. And we'll see you in the new year.
And you guys, thank you so much.
This is the Rebel Yell podcast.
Looking forward to seeing if the girls can do it. I mean, they got to the 3rd round, and is it the 4th round when WSL 2 come in?
I'm not 100% sure, but if
this is the National League next round, or is it no 4th round the National League coming, then it's WSL in the 5th?
Anyone, I think we don't know what we're talking about.
No, we don't really. But we should have asked JC actually. But the thing is, with that, he's focusing. No, he's focusing on the game in front. Got to get around the game.
Got to get around the game.
Get a win on Sunday first, and then we can worry about Ipswich at home.
Great to get home tie.
And I just have to say, if we do get Ipswich home, if you haven't been down, just come and support them, man. We've got a home tie. Come down, support them. I know it's not always possible to go to a men's game or women's game 2 days in a row, but just come. If they could even get a couple hundred people here, 200-300 people here, just to support them, it'll make a difference. Be amazing, and it would get behind the team.
And like JC said, to get one of these games at home, because we always get drawn away in the cup.
Yeah, we always do. Well, let's continue with the women's theme, and we'll chat to Sophia Wickenden, who's spoken to us about her time at Worthing and her career so far.
This is the Rebel Yell podcast.
Welcome to the Rebel Yell podcast, Sophia Wickenden. Welcome. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, good. Thank you. Been at Worthing since the summer. You came in, from what I understand, from the USA. So you were down in Oklahoma, was it?
Yes,
Yeah.
I was for the past 3 years. Yeah.
Yeah. So how did that all come about? Because you were in Brighton before, weren't you?
Yes, I was. So it's something that I always really wanted to do.
Yeah.
I heard about it like way before that. It kind of like left my mind a bit, and then like an agency like reached out towards my last year at Brighton, and more I thought about it, the more like, I wanted to experience that. So like the agency helped me a lot with that, and then I first went to a D1 school in North Carolina for the first year. Things didn't really work out, so I transferred to a D2 school in Oklahoma. I knew someone there, so it kind of helped. And then, just went on from there, and then spent the last 3 years there and graduated this May. Came home.
And come back to lovely sunny Worthing.
Would you recommend it to do if people get the opportunity?
Yeah, a big question that like, so many people have asked, and I know a lot of people that have also gone. I think experience-wise, like 100%. But when I speak about the football side, I have like mixed feelings because like there they focus a lot more on like being fit, being big, like running and stuff like technical, like just goes out the window unless it's like a big D1 school. Like it probably would be different, but what I found is that they focus more on like being fast, being fit, being like strong, and like don't really look at technical, which I found very weird and very like shocked and surprised about that. So like being honest, I think it kind of like stopped my development, and like
Okay, interesting.
I think it made me drop a little. Like but there's also other reasons towards that. Like once I moved to my school in Oklahoma, look for a fresh start, obviously. And a few weeks in, like I broke my wrist, and it was a bad one where I had to wear like this big monster cast, and they wouldn't let me play with it. So I was
Probably
out
all
for,
about insurance and stuff out there, isn't it?
Yeah. So I was out for like 4 weeks, I'll say, and then they put me in a shorter cast and I could play, but I had to be wrapped up. And then 4 games later, I tore my ACL, and that was just like, obviously my dad came out for my surgery and everything, but like he was there for a few days and I went home. Like being away, like going through something like that is like horrible.
Homesickness and all that, yeah.
Yeah, and like football is my life, so like, not being able to play football was a horrible thing. Like my roommates did help a lot with that and got me through it, but yeah, it was hard. And then obviously I came back. I was out for like 9 months, so I was back for the season after that. And yeah, it just, like I said, they just focus more on like being fit, strong, which I am, but to a certain extent. But like my strength is my technical, which was like more overlooked. So I think that did like hold me back a little bit. But experience-wise, I would recommend it, and that's what most people do say they've actually spoken to.
Oh, the experience of living in a different country and a different culture.
Oh yeah,
and just unreal. That must have been real character building as well to come through that.
Yeah, because I'm quite like introverted as well, and I think something like that really brought me out. Like you're just thrown it. Like I was 17 when I first went out to America. Like I've never flown on my own, never like and it was. I still can't believe I did it, to be honest. Like when I was younger, I wouldn't say I'd ever do it. Like I would ever see myself actually doing it, but it does bring you out your shell. Like you meet the most amazing people, and like they're so welcoming as well. Like Thanksgiving and stuff, like they just like these people's parents just welcome you into your homes like it's nothing. And like it's honestly, experience wise, 100%.
You probably don't miss the after turkey runs that you'd have to do, like trying to burn off all the calories and everything like that. Yeah.
Do you think it changed you as a person, made you stronger, or mentally, or?
Yeah, I think so. Because I think I've never like had to go through that as well, and like my injury, and also like the way that they play football, the way that they do football has, and then talking about experience side, like it has made me more confident. Even like my family members have said, like you've like came out of yourself, like you're more confident, like speaking to people. Like I used to be like so like shy, introverted.
Would you have done this 3 years ago?
No, even my dad said he's proud of me for doing this like today.
That's a good thing, isn't it?
Like I generally wouldn't. Like
Hi Dad, I'm sure you're listening.
Yeah.
Hi Dad.
No, like obviously JC mentioned about doing it, and I was like, I just said yes, like yes, and but like then once I said yes, I was like, oh no, and obviously I didn't know what to expect as well. But yeah, I wouldn't have done anything like this.
So you just got to put up with a loud Dutchman basically, and
That's not fair.
Yeah.
No,
No.
but I think it's a good thing that at least one thing was very
No,
positive.
yeah. There is positive to it, 100%.
That's good.
So what made you want to get into football? Because obviously you were at the Brighton Academy, and
Yeah.
you know, I guess you're a local girl. Are you from Worthing or are you from Brighton?
Bognor.
Bognor. Oh, do not say that word on this podcast. Banned.
You've got a beat
Banned.
button
Yeah, I
for
got that. I
Yeah,
got that. Yeah,
no,
you got that one. Yeah, that word. Yeah.
My brother was fuming that I joined Worthing.
Well, your brother, yeah, he's not welcome on this podcast. You're welcome on this podcast. I'm not interviewing him, so you know,
Yeah.
just look where you are in the leagues, mate. You know, that's all I need to say, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
So you're from Bognor, and did you play for any sort of the Bognor youth teams back then, or
So my first team was Chichester, which is that was the
Local,
only
yeah,
team
yeah.
local. Bognor didn't have any
yeah?
young girls teams back then. So most local one was Chichester, which I joined, but I didn't start on a team till I was about 10, 11. I would just go to training
Yeah,
things. But yeah, my dad didn't want me to join a team till 10, 11. I joined that. I was with Chichester for a few years. And then I joined a boys team, Selsey. I was there for a year, I think. And then Portsmouth I played for. And then that's when I went to Brighton.
Oh. Fair enough. So why did you choose Worthing? How did that come about? You've come back. Had you just come back from America in the summer, just gone?
Yes, I graduated in May and then come straight home basically with my family. I was obviously looking at clubs even before I left America, just to see what the options and stuff. It was hard for me because I just wanted to come back and play football. The most important thing for me, thinking about it, was coming back. I want to be playing, get back to my old self. Because I still, haven't actually reached that yet. But so I was thinking, obviously I want to play at a good level, which is a good level. But I was also thinking about somewhere more closer. So I was thinking about Bognor, but there are a few leagues below.
Couple of leagues below, aren't they?
Yeah,
They're doing well though, aren't they?
Yeah. They've got some decent players.
Yeah, most of our ex squad.
Actually, yeah.
It's true.
So, when it got down to it, it was actually between Bognor and Worthing.
You chose well.
yeah. But a few of the girls I spoke to,
Yeah.
I wanted to make the right decision, and they convinced me. And yeah.
And you're happy? Are you settled in well?
Yeah. I think we have
Yeah.
a great group. Honestly, one of the best I've actually been in.
Mm.
And that's what everybody says.
Everybody says that, and it's a new group as well. So
Yeah.
it's still
Yeah,
developing,
which is
it's still building.
There's so many new and different personalities though, but everyone gets on so well, and it's not often you get that really with teams because there's so many different people. But honestly, I couldn't say a bad word about the group we have. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, okay, great to hear. You looking forward to the FA Cup on this weekend, and the possible third round as well? It must be quite exciting.
Yeah, of course. I was ready to play it on Sunday.
Yeah, it's the thing, innit?
And then obviously got the text that it was off, which we thought it would be with all the rain. But yeah, 100%. This is my first year playing FA Cup because obviously I've been in America. So for me, it's great for the whole team. We've also got a young squad, so even for them, it's their first year in it too. But yeah, hopefully the game can go ahead Sunday and we can get the win.
Fantastic. So are you going to ask the question?
No,
Spencer,
I think
you going to ask the
Spencer
question?
can,
Spencer can
or
ask
Freddie.
the question.
Right, nothing to be scared of.
Oh no.
Tell us an interesting fact about yourself.
Ooh.
So something you've already told us quite a lot about stuff
Yeah.
you've done, but something exciting you've done, someone famous you've met maybe.
Ooh.
We've had some extremes.
Gosh.
Yeah, we have had
Go
some
on the question
experience.
now to get a good. I don't know if it's that interesting, but I love true crime.
Okay.
It's mine and my dad's. We always watch stuff like that, and anything that new comes on, we see straight on it.
24
I love
hours in
it.
police custody.
That's my
and
Oh,
stuff.
I
favourite.
love
No,
24
that
hours
is
in
my
police
Good, isn't
favourite,
it?
and
Yeah, it's a good
love
program.
that.
they need to release more. I check
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They need to
You'll,
recheck,
you'll,
like-
you'll get one come on, and maybe two, and you think,
Yeah.
oh, it's a new series.
Yeah,
It's
no,
not on
series,
again for
and it
6
just
months.
Yeah, I know,
Or
it's
sometimes it
very
says new,
random.
and it's not new.
It's not a new one. Very random, very
awesome.
random. So for anyone listening, that next time you're watching a true crime or documentary on TV, we know Sophia will be watching as
Yeah,
well
I
with her
will
dad.
be.
So hi, Dad, and I hope you enjoyed it. Good luck for the season. Good luck for
Thank
the FA
you.
Cup.
Thank
Hopefully
you
we
very
can be here on the I think it's the 14th of December, cheering on the
Yes,
FA Cup
yes.
or something like that. But yeah, good luck, and we'll speak to you soon.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is the Rebel Yell podcast.
They're always so nervous when they come on at the beginning, and then by the end of it, they just don't want to leave us, do they?
Yeah.
You know, it's always a way. And thank you for Sophia chatting up. And
another player that's been on a really interesting journey. They all seem to
very interesting.
They all seem to have a story, don't they?
Yeah, but the thing is about USA, the girls are always play so much. You know, it's great facilities they've got out there. No wonder the USA women's team's one of the best teams in the world, aren't they? You know, in terms of women's football. Well, the Lionesses are the best team in the world right now, aren't they? But we'll give them they'll be second or third or something at the moment. But yeah, great to chat to you. So thank you, Sophia. And I think it's funny that the girls don't seem to talk about it too much, do they? And I think they throw each other under the bus to try and say we're going to these three scary men are wanting to chat to you about your career and going to throw some awkward questions. It's like, oh no, we're all right, we're easy, we're gentle giants, aren't we? Really?
Yeah, but they never talk to each other about this. That's what I get the impression. That, are you going to Rebel Yell?
Yeah.
And, yeah. Are they trying to stitch each other up? Or
They're just scarred. They're just scarred by it. Oh, how did it go? I can never talk about it.
Bants. Right, I think it's time to go to the retirement home. I should have thought of some old timer song to play in the background of this bit. You know, what's
One Foot in the Grave.
Oh, they're not that old, man.
That's
Jesus.
a bit.
Yeah, I'm being topical. Down with the kids.
Yeah,
Like
down with the
always
kids. You know, down with the kids. But who should we start with, boys? Aaron? Yeah, should we start with Aaron?
Let's start with
Let's
Aaron.
start with Aaron. I mean, former club captain Aarran Racine. He came back and he played, and his memorable return to Worthing last season was a red card against Eastbourne. But he's it's sad to see because I just think Aaron didn't have his real chance to say properly goodbye, and it's like
I think it's when a player has to retire because of injuries and they don't choose themselves. It's always sad, isn't it?
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah. No, it is. Well, here we go. Aarran Racine, live on the telephone for only the second time we've used this technology, but for some reason it doesn't like some iPhones and likes the others. But
The Nokia 3310.
yeah, Jaco's Nokia 3310 worked just the same. But let's speak to Aarran Racine.
This is the Rebel Yell podcast.
So through the wonders of modern technology and Jaco's phone, which I've got the latest iPhone that doesn't seem to work, but Jaco's old dated iPhone 4 or whatever it is, Nokia 3210 has actually managed to connect.
He's had to turn Snake off.
And we've interrupted Daddy Daycare, Aarran Racine, who's taken time out of the evening. It's a shame, as we said, we couldn't see in person, mate, but thank you so much for coming on the podcast and welcome back to Rebel Yell Podcast. Because last time you did this retirement thing, you basically were back in about 2 weeks of managing the team. I don't think that's going to happen this time, though, is it, mate?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, that was a bit of a funny one the first time round. I literally just got to grips with retirement. I got used to it. I was settled. And then got the phone call from Nath. But yeah, like you said, I think this time round, I think this is it now for good.
Yeah, because I think we were calling you Gaffer. So when are we going to be calling you Gaffer sometime? He goes, oh, not for a long time. Yeah, you're like, stop
That's
it.
right. Yes, I do remember that. Yeah, you did say that. Yeah.
You're like, stop it. But anyway, you've now, as you said, you think this is the time you actually have hung up your boots. So how did it come about? Because obviously it was a very surprise decision for all of us at the beginning of the season. A great decision to see you, not beginning of the season, it was the end of last season, and obviously signing another one for this year. And you came back playing. So, I mean, firstly, how did that all come about? Because I thought you were quite happy in the assistant manager role.
Yeah, no, I got towards the back end of last season when I was coaching, I got some news. I was still trying to get my knee sorted, and I got some news off a surgeon, basically saying he didn't think my ACL was ruptured. So the ACL was the injury that forced me to retire.
Yeah.
So he said, I'm going to take it to a meeting and get some advice and some opinions on some other surgeons. So in that meeting, 2 other surgeons agreed and said they don't think the ACL is ruptured. So when I heard that, obviously gutted because I retired because I thought that was the case. And I spoke to Aggie. I said, look, I've had this news. I'm intrigued to see if it is gone or not, my ACL. Do you mind if I train as and when you need numbers sort of thing? So just fill the gaps. And he was more than happy. He's like, yeah, fine, you do what you got to do. And then I started training. The knee felt fine. Obviously started getting a bit fitter, and Aggie spoke, and then there was a deadline coming up for registering players. So he said, look, I want you to sign as a player. There's no pressure to play, but the fact you're training, you're feeling fine, maybe we can get some minutes out of you, maybe you can help X, Y, and Z. And it just sort of went from there, really. And then as soon as I signed the registration forms as a player, that was like, right, let's give it a go now. Yeah. And then that's obviously when I started playing a couple of games towards the back end of the season. And then this year was like, I knew it would be my last year. Like, I knew it would. And it was almost like a lease of life, like a relief. I get to play one more time. So just sort of spoke with Aggie and obviously Nathan this summer, and
Yeah.
he said he wanted me for another year. So, signed another year.
So, like, going out on your terms, you were hoping, sort of thing like that, hopefully lifting a promotion trophy.
Yeah,
like
that was obviously, that was the ideal version. But you know what? I was generally just, it was just nice just to, when obviously retiring the way I did, and then coming back as interim, getting so close, and then being part of a coaching staff. I hadn't properly left football, and I think being around it probably wasn't good for me, because there was moments when I was coaching, I was thinking, like, I miss it, like I really miss it, and I didn't enjoy sometimes coming in just because I missed it. So, like, obviously, my body was ready to retire, but my mind wasn't. It felt like that. So I think being able to get the boots back onto train and play was like, it's just more like like I said, the ideal picture would have been to lift the trophy at the end of the season with the boys and get promotion, but just to have the opportunity to go and train and play again, that was nice.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've read plenty of football autobiographies of footballers that retired, and you hear it all the time. As you get into your 30s and your mid 30s and stuff, and you're starting to approach those years, and you're thinking, I don't want to retire, but my body's telling me one thing, and my head's telling me something else, and do so far. I mean, you came back last season. You made quite the impact at Eastbourne Borough, didn't you, Aaron? So, you did make that. So, like, definitely Aaron's back. There we go. But he's not changed from where he was before. But it was nice to see you back in red, and this season, and then. Obviously, we tried to get you in as Haigie's replacement and Temi's replacement, and you sort of said, you're not around as much, but I didn't expect the big R word to come out. So how did the decision come about? Would you just I really can't be bothered to sort of rehab this and get back fit if I'm only going to do it till the end of the season? Is it not that you can't be bothered, but, is it just you thinking it's going to take a hell of a lot to get back and,
changing mindset.
Yeah, mindset.
Yeah, it was. I come like, it's so... It's such a strange one, because obviously knowing it was probably going to be my last year, it was honestly the fittest I've felt since coming back to a football club in pre-season. Out of my whole, 16, 17 years in football, it's the fittest I've been, because I knew it was my last go. And I come back pre-season, I trained twice, and on the first official day, I picked up a slight tear in my abs. And that was about 6 weeks out. It took a long time to diagnose. But throughout the whole time, I was so committed and I was so determined. It didn't really knock me back. I felt confident still. And then I played that one game, and then something went in my knee. I didn't feel it go, but after the game against Enfield, it sort of bloomed.
Really?
And then I was in the unknown for a little bit. Didn't really know what was going on. And that's when it become like, I just thought, just get me out of football, because I was going to football and not really doing too much just because I couldn't, because we didn't know really what the issue was. I was missing weekends with the kids and the wife, and I was obviously couldn't be there midweek to help with like tonight, like bedtimes, and just have dinner with the family. Like, my wife works 3 evenings a week, and I was doing football the other 2 evenings. So it was like, why am I coming in here moping about at football? I can't do anything, and I'm wasting this like precious time towards the end of when my kids have started growing up. So that's when it sort of hit me. I was thinking, I think this is it now. But I didn't really want to leave until I knew exactly what the issue was, and still have support from the club. And then obviously got some scan results, found out what the issue was. And to sum up, the issue still isn't crystal clear. I saw a surgeon. He said, look, you've torn your meniscus, but there's a bit of bone damage, but we won't know to the extent until we go inside the knee. And they said you could be back in 8 weeks after the operation. You could be back in 12, 14 weeks. You just don't know. And that's when I spoke to Nathan, obviously the physios, and just said, look, this is the case. It's not looking pretty good. I'm probably not in the best headspace at the moment. Not too optimistic it's going to end well this year for me. So I think I'm ready to retire 2.0.
Yeah, no, there we go, mate. Yeah, I mean, it's sad, but I guess you've made the right decision for yourself and your family, and that's what's more important, mate. Because I was looking at your career. You've had a great career. You obviously started out at Southampton in the youth setup. You took Forest Green Rovers to Wembley. You lifted the Isthmian League trophy with us, and it's not been a bad run, has it? Sussex Senior Cup. So it's not been a bad run, has it, Aaron?
No, I think I look back and I've definitely got some highs in my career, and I've definitely enjoyed every moment of my playing career. And it's just it is a bit gutting to end in the way it did, but I think I'm in that moment, I'm in that phase again where I think I need time away to then go back and appreciate it again. Because right now, like I said, well, I've ended or left quite on in my head quite negative terms, just because my mindset. I'm a bit more relieved. I'm like, yes, home to family. Let's do this, Y, and Z, whatever. But I think at some point it's going to hit me, and I'll be gutted again. But I'll look back at like things you just said, and I think it'll be quite nice to remember those moments.
Yeah, because I mean, you know, you've had some great times, but I'd say if I was a footballer, I think playing at Wembley must be the highlight, you know, of any player's career. Would you say?
I think. Do you know what? But it's like nice to say, and it's nice to say I played at Wembley. But honestly, like you just can't beat a winning feeling. Like I'd say I'd have better memories lifting the Ishman Cup than I did at Wembley.
Yeah.
Sounds a bit stupid, but obviously we lost.
It's the success, and the elation.
Yeah, it is 100%, and it's like just obviously we lost the final, and like I said, it was a great experience. Looking back at it, it was brilliant. I get to the kids, I played there one day, or back in the day, sorry, but. I remember we won the Ishman League because we were obviously chasing it for the 2 years before that really well. We were favourites, and then COVID happened, and then eventually winning it. And again, the people you were around as well. It made the whole thing so good. And I think, and I learned from that one. Where it honestly doesn't matter what level you're playing at and what you're winning. If you're winning in the right way, it's the best feeling no matter what.
Yeah, no, I mean it's great to see, mate, and you know that those moments are just some of those highlights that as me as a fan, you know, if we go up as promotion from this league, you know, it'll be unbelievable that, you know, but that Isthmian, you're not going to get it the same like that we celebrated in the bar that night, and you know, it's just not going to be like that. I mean, and that's what happens with progression, isn't it? You know, there's nothing wrong with how the club have gone forward, but it just, if we did get over that line for this into the National League, it will be amazing. It'll be an unreal feeling, but it won't be the same as it was in that precious time. Especially we've been trying. Well, you look at it, we could get promoted this year. We've been trying 3 seasons in a row. You know what I mean? You nearly getting there. You getting us there the closest with the playoff final as your interim manager, and that must be another sort of highlight for you. You know, leading you know, an unexpected turn to the end of the season, and then you taking as the manager to the playoff final against Braintree.
Yeah, do you know what? Again, like this is where that winning feeling becomes a bit more precious when you're around sort of the right people. Because I spoke to Nathan about this when we reflected on the interim role, and it was just me, Dean, and Buddy, and I speak for myself here. They say something completely different, but I felt once we got the swing of it after a couple of games or a few games, I felt we worked so well together. I felt we all complemented each other, and I felt there was I think there was a real friendship there as well. So
you could tell.
doing what we'd done there in that short time we were interim again was such a like great experience, just because again the people you were around and the way we done it.
But do you know what's nice as well, mate, is that you think about it, it was actually highlighted on the, you know, the documentary. You had that period of your career highlighted for the documentary, and it was just such a nice thing to memory. Okay, it was a sad ending that's all edited, but how nice is it that you can show the kids in the future and they think this is what Dad did, you know, this is what I experienced, and, you know, that must be a nice little memory to have. Yeah,
again, it's like that's one of those other things that you'll look back on. Again, I look back on that time, and I think, again, just in the manner in which we've done things, but that was definitely, again, one of my highlights, even though it was one of the shortest things I've done in my career. That's definitely up there, one of my most sort of proudest achievements, but also my most enjoyable ones as well.
Well, you'll be pleased to know that the retirement home is continuing, because Nicky Wheeler just walked in the room. So it's the retirement home episode. So have you been checking out the ones down in Goring and, you know, along the seafront to see where you two can check into? I mean, quite good. Nicky's quite good at property, so I'm sure he'll find you somewhere quite nice, won't he?
This is worth him really living up to its reputation.
Yeah, like the retirement home.
Wife's going to look after me at home for you, mate.
Yeah, there you go. So Christmas this year must be quite nice because you can actually enjoy it with the family. What is Christmas for you this year and the Racines? Lots of wine.
Oh, mate, just
turkey.
Eating and drinking, mate. Yeah. Eating and drinking. This is the other thing. I spoke to Nick about this actually, because we spoke about this about Christmas time.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's been fit, I think, all of his career. So I think he's always had football. And we were talking about this. This is the first time now we're both really going to properly appreciate Christmas and indulge and not have any pressure about football and that. So That's going to be
I
quite
can see
nice.
you two being like the characters out in the Muppets, standing in the stand, just like the old grumpy old men sitting there. You're like, oh, what are they doing out there? And I can just see, I just picture you two on it like that. But
I'm just picturing Aarran polishing off a tub of celebrations on his own.
just on his lap. Yeah.
Oh, mate, 100%. Yeah.
Anyone comes near it, get away from it. Yeah.
And just, Aaron, what is the future going to hold for you? Because obviously, I've got one question to ask you from someone, from Jack. Will you be
Who's
starting
Jack?
your own fitness business again, or is it something you're thinking about, or maybe?
No, do you know what?
Who's Jack? Who's Jack? Listeners don't know who Jack is.
It's my son.
There you go.
No, I think short term it's just all about the family. I think I'm gonna just
Don't blame
soak
you.
all that up. I don't feel like I've missed time with the family, but like I said, where Tilly works 3 evenings, I was obviously doing football 2 evenings, and I was out most of Saturday. I think I've missed a lot of time with my kids growing up. They're only 4 and 2, so I think short term it's going to be all about them and what we want to do as a family. But I definitely see myself getting back involved at some capacity.
Yeah.
And I think I'll wait for the feeling, and when I think that time's right, and then I think I'll start making a move. And again, what that looks like in terms of youth team coaching, first team coach, I don't know, but.
Yeah.
I don't see this being the end. It's probably just the start of something.
That's
eventually.
great to hear, because I mean I can hear it in your voice the way you're talking this time. Like last time when you retired, you had the business set up and everything. You were getting that way, but I think from talking to you tonight and just seeing, I think you will eventually, once you get over the retirement and everything. I can see you being a manager in some sort, and it'll be look forward to. Just don't go down the road to Bognor, mate, because that would just ruin anything sort of thing that you ever think about in your life. So but don't be a stranger Don't be a stranger down here, and we hope to see you soon. And now we can have a beer together and everything like that. You don't have to worry about it, and then it'd just be really nice to see you. But. From all of us,
and you guys.
From all of us at Rebel Yell Podcast, thank you for everything you've done at the club.
Thanks for everything, mate.
Amazing memories, ones that will live with us forever as well. And enjoy your Christmas, mate. And we'll catch up with you in the near future.
Yeah, my pleasure, chaps. Thank you.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers,
Thank
Aaron.
you.
Thanks.
This is the Rebel
Bye.
Yell Podcast.
Should we move to the next room in the retirement home now?
Yeah, next door.
Nicky Wheeler. I think it'll be a very grand retirement home.
Yeah,
Nicky
I think
Wheeler,
it'd be palatial.
Palatial. You got like Aaron can be your bouncer at the door, like nose coming in here, get away from our celebrations, as you said, yeah. And then you got Nicky, you're like glamming it up with his lovely homes. And
Nicky's not doing celebrations. He's
do you
doing
know what?
oysters.
I could see him doing Homes Under the Hammer. He'd be a good presenter on that. A bit of good-looking man to replace that one on there.
Oh yeah.
Du-
Get rid of Dion Dublin.
Yeah, who needs Dion Dublin? You got actually a proper property expert, not some wannabe faker. But yeah, good shout that. But yeah, Nicky Wheeler, boys and girls.
This is the Rebel Yell Podcast.
So continuing the theme of retirement homes, guys, it's living up to the Worthing name, as Spencer says. Nicky Wheeler has decided to call time on his playing career as well. It was announced about a month ago, wasn't it, Nick? So I think.
Yeah, to be honest, I actually did tell the club a lot longer than that.
To be honest, yeah, we had heard a rumour. We had heard a rumour, and obviously we kept it between us because I could see truth in the rumour, because I've seen you obviously follow social media, and you're doing well in your career there, and making everyone jealous with these lovely homes you're trying to sell, and making everyone feel even poorer, aren't you?
Yeah.
But So what's brought it on then, mate? Did you feel this season was your last anyway?
No, to be honest, it's a difficult one really. It's a kind of, I mean, the club's obviously, without everyone seems to know, but obviously we're full time now. There's a couple of us that aren't, but I think last year, if we'd gone up, I probably would never have been able to commit to that league above. So I already sort of had it in mind. If we did, it was kind of, I didn't know if I wanted to play anywhere else.
Because wasn't that one of the reasons why you left Dorking? Because you couldn't commit to a full-time thing up in the National League?
They went full-time. No, to be fair, we were part-time even when we were National League.
Really?
But it was just they suddenly made the decision to go full-time, and just unfortunately it was the wrong end of my career. If I was, I'd do it all over again. But if I was a young lad again, I'd love to be involved at a club like this or a club like Dorking again, where it's just they're trying to get places. There's a goal. They're investing in the right things, but yeah, it was more just where the club's going here. And if I'm totally honest, it was more, obviously I'm a bit busier now with my work. I've got a new role and bits like that. But it was more the fact that I kind of know in my heart of heart that with Hinch coming back and obviously how this club's going, and it's a credit to the club. But I don't think there's going to be another opportunity to stay the following year
And yeah, just it's become a bit more for me. Just I wouldn't say unenjoyable, but it's become harder the last couple of years. Just because, as I say, I'm just busier with work and busier with concentrating on that. And then obviously where the club become more professional, and you're trying to do the juggling the two, it's become harder. It's become harder. Yeah,
I mean, it's bloody frustrating for us because you're still so bloody fit and so bloody good. Like, I mean, really, mate, come on.
I know. You get the satisfaction doing it at your terms.
Do you know what? I've played with players, and without naming names, but I've definitely played with players where they've probably had a miles better career than I've had, and I've played with them near the end of it.
Is one of them TalkSport presenter by any chance?
No, wasn't thinking of him, but yeah, he could be one. But no, but just players who just unfortunately their legs have gone a bit, and you start thinking you're getting people in the crowd going, "Why are you playing them? And why are they still playing?"
Yeah.
And you just think, I don't ever want to be that.
No.
But it was more of I've always wanted to go out on a high, and I've been very fortunate enough, to be honest, that I've had, apart from actually the first time I signed here for a little while, but I haven't had any long injuries. And when I look at for instance, Azza, who's had a great career and great player, and probably he was one of the best I'd seen when I first came here. I thought he was so good, and then just seeing what's happened to him through injuries, and I'm very fortunate that I haven't had that. So to be able to walk away while obviously people are still praising you and thinking you're a good player, it feels nice, because every time I've come on or played recently, just the reception I've got means a lot. So
yeah, I mean, it is good, because I think we put it as a post, like legend is I think banded around so easily, but you can easily be called one of those here at Worthing, because you've got your 100 appearances now, but you've always given 110%, even more, because it's almost like everyone, if you start, it's great, but if you come on the bench, honestly, people are like, "Oh yeah, Nicky's coming on, we'll do it." And
bit of a buzz around the place.
It's like we might be lacking down that side, or there might be a bit of an attacking option lacking, and you have changed the game so many times. But I think the thing is, what we should really talk about are your highlights here at Worthing. I mean, we didn't quite do it, did we? I mean, I know you said that you probably couldn't commit to going up to the National League, but it must have been so nice to think, that possibly I could be part of a team that cements the foundations.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Would you say the playoff final was probably one of those sort of moments? Because, I mean, it was an amazing day. No matter the result, it wasn't what anyone wanted at the end. But, we got 2 more years out of you, or it's a year and a half, so I'm happy about that. But, yeah,
I mean, the way that whole playoffs went, and then, even sort of playing the bottom of the playoffs who got in, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Braintree with
Braintree with
place in. Obviously at home, everything about it. But just, I think, just going into the last few months, like not having a manager and stuff like that, and obviously, Azza and Dino still did a great job. But I think just squad wise, we probably was at a couple of players short.
Yeah.
From obviously losing Azza as a player, and I think when we went into that, I think even Joel Colburn was centre half, wasn't he? Thinking about it. I think I remember in extra time that Jack Wadden was centre half as well. I think it was just all, we were really scraping together a team, but we still, it was in our hands, wasn't it? But I don't know, I've been involved in finally going up when you've missed out so many times.
Well, Dorking.
Yeah,
I mean, that
exactly
was that play. You had you've had 2 playoff finals. One where you had heartbreak. I mean, you might have more, but one where you literally came from being seconds away, and because of a flare flown on the pitch by Ebbsfleet, they blew it themselves, and then you went up the other end. And I don't have time to watch Bunch of Amateurs anymore, but kind of like what it was like for us with the documentary and stuff like that for Worthing. But it was nice to see that moment, and just seeing all you like Mark running out of the dugout and all jumping in that corner, and then to then go on and score the winner was just unbelievable. And that moment where, as you said, like a bit like Worthing were throughout the COVID years, you were missed out on it unfairly a few times, and finally you've got that point. So that must be a moment that you're going to always take away with you.
Definitely. I mean, that's what I was going back to. That was just the fact that I think the previous couple of years we were so far clear at the top, and then COVID cut us short, and it felt like we'd been so hard done by. And then to finally get over the line in the way that we did, like, as I say, I think we were 2-1 down in the 90th, and then I think we equalised on the 100th minute, literally last kick, and then obviously won it in extra time, and it was just amazing. But it kind of feels the same how we've been here, been so close every year, and I know that when it finally happens, fingers crossed it's this year because I'll come back and get my medal.
Is he still going to keep you registered as a player then?
Oh, 100%. I told him I'm doing a John Terry. I'm coming back in full kit. I'm doing a lot.
I'll take that. I think no one.
If you would do that, I think people would have it as well.
No one would complain.
No one would complain.
But no, when I'm sure it will happen soon. But when it does finally happen, I think for how close we've been, it will make it that more special because it definitely did in my previous time.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like, we, as I said, we've seen your job on social and stuff like that. You're in property. Do you think this is you hanging up football forever, like as a player / coach? That's all that. Do you think it'd just be a fan in the future now?
Yeah, no. Look, at this moment, I've got no intentions of carrying on playing. If I could carry on playing, I would never leave Worthing. I'd be seeing out the season. But it was, as I say, I've got a sort of new role, which means I've got to be not being able to leave early. Like, even sort of the evening training that I am doing sort of once a week or twice a week when it's here, it's a lot earlier than what it was last year. So I'm leaving work a couple of hours early every week. And it's just become very, just as I say, harder. And that's why I made that decision. But if I could carry on playing, I wouldn't be leaving here. Yeah. But the way I've looked at it, I've had loads of clubs like messages and stuff like that.
You sure?
But it's just to play at this level, obviously I'd probably have to travel a lot further for a part-time team or whatever. But it's more this league, so there's a lot to it,
But the coaching as well, like anything like coaching or managing or anything.
I would never rule it out. At the moment, I've got
just not now.
No plans, but you
I
never
can see
know.
you and Alex Parsons going cycling every Sunday.
I could do it. I can see that too.
Blocking the roads up. Get out of the way.
You have to drag me off the golf course. But
well, you won't have Cashman following you around pissed up like you were in the summer, were you?
Yeah, you haven't been banned.
Yeah, you haven't been banned from that golf course. So, what's Christmas this year for you? What's the plan with the family? You're going to have time.
I'm looking forward to it, if I'm honest.
A glass of wine, you don't have to worry about the next day against Eastbourne
It'll be
Borough,
the first time I've had a drink on Christmas for sure. I'm normally very behaved. Just family. Around the in-laws. All family round. Got my parents around and, bits like that. But big family do.
That'd be nice. So Nicky, if you could take away sort of one thing from Worthing, what would you be your standout memory here?
I mean, I couldn't pinpoint anything because, like I said, it's kind of such a shame we've sort of been so close of getting over the line where I wish I could just say, that was it, that promotion, but it wasn't meant to be. But the biggest thing for me, which has been such a pleasure to be a part of, is the difference of where I'm leaving the club to where I joined. It's unbelievable. And it's been so good to be part of that and actually see it from, just the stadium changing to suddenly how... I remember when I first came and how we travelled to away games and we were sort of on a busty old coach and I thought, what's going on here? There was no food, and I was just but now you see the way they look after, they're doing things the right way,
it's all a lot more professional.
Yeah, it really does feel like that. But even the sort of the staff are so good, physios like Stretch Ollie, all of them are so brilliant. They're really attention to detail, the way they look after you outside of football and. It's just a pleasure to see where the club's gone to and how I'm leaving it because it's just it is such a change and that's the most I've enjoyed here. Seeing that happen is brilliant.
Can we go back a bit? Boxing Day last year, when you scored that goal, what went through your mind? Because I saw it today again, and your celebration are a bit like. I want to celebrate, but
it was almost like, to be honest, the way you celebrate, if I was a Dorker fan, it would have pissed me off even more because you had that real smirk on your face like that. I know what I've just done.
What went through your mind when you scored it? Because obviously you got history of Dorking. We all know that. And I think recently, Mark said when they played Salisbury, he said never play against your old players because they always screw you over.
Oh, they always score. Yeah,
they always score.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't know what was going through my head then. I was thinking that exact thing you said. I wasn't sure whether to sort of celebrate or not, and then I found myself just kind of giggling.
But you were like really smirky, sort of like it's almost like a real arrogance to your celebration. And it was almost, I'd rather you just go,
I must say one thing I wasn't expecting, but when I did play there, there was a few fans who gave me jip, and I wasn't expecting it. I thought I'd get a great reception, and I did, to be fair. But there was just one little corner. I think it was when I miscontrolled one ball and it went out for a throw-in, so started giving me some. But after that moment, I sort of, when it went in, I just thought,
whatever.
let them have it a bit.
And that's another memory I think we'll take away.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be weird. I mean, I think you will be massively missed, mate. You know, and just as not just a footballer, but as a person. You're always very happy, go lucky person around the club, and you know, you got a lot of fans, and you know, it will be same to see you not be able to come on that and influence the game, and hopefully get one in the top bins. And
there was a real genuine reaction when it came out. Retiring.
But you can go away for your 100th appearance, which is nice. You've had your 100th appearance. You'll be presented on Saturday. Sports Association got a presentation for you, which would be nice, and you could take away. At least you've managed to hit a milestone, which is lovely.
Yeah, definitely.
But would you have stayed till December if you hadn't reached that milestone?
Actually,
can we erase some games? And you're actually on 94, mate. You got to stay another.
I had to force my work to give me a few more months because they wanted to do it quick, but I was just like, I can't do it that quick.
Yeah, that's good.
But you know, I'm really glad I got there, and I've honestly loved my time here. Like, really have. It's just every player at some point has got to make that decision in it, and it's hard. I won't say it's been easy. It has been bloody tough to sort of make it, but you know, I'm just glad I've ended at such a great club that I've loved playing for, and the thing is, I will be back. I'm not going to
come down,
stay away. Yeah, I've got some genuine friends here, and love playing here, and I'll definitely be down to watch some games, and I'll be down a lot this season.
Do you think they'll let you in the 1886?
I hope so. Yeah, I might have to wear the tracksuit.
Are you on good things with Barry then? No, he'll let you in his little baby. So there we go.
Will there be lots of family here on Saturday?
Yes, got some family and friends coming. Yeah, got my wife coming who never comes. That's
brilliant. Nice. Yeah, be nice.
She's only been to about 3 or 4 in my whole career. But no, she works on.
She's
Saturday.
like actually celebrating. Like, yes, he's finally finished.
She won't have a clue which one I am playing.
Dye your hair bleach blonde to confuse her even more.
He's turning up just to check.
What number does he wear?
Who's he doing?
Where does he play?
Well, good luck.
What team does he play for?
Well, good luck for Saturday. As I said, you will be missed, and we look forward to seeing your face around. But keep in touch. Don't be a stranger. And thanks for also coming on the podcast. And I think say on behalf of all the Worthing fans, so thanks for the memories, and good luck for the future, Nicky.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, mate.
Thank you. See you Saturday.
This is the Rebel Yell podcast.
Him quite emotional, doesn't he? Just you could tell I think he's not thought about Saturday yet, and I think at full time he might see it.
I think it's all suddenly starting to.
His last training session tonight.
When we said it, it's your last training session. Yeah, it is.
And I think he's got a lump in, so I think you might see a tear shed on. But let's hope it's a tear to shed after scoring an absolute Nicky Wheeler worldie. But I just think, as we said to the guys, I just think I can speak on probably behalf of every single Worthing fan here, and just they are 2 absolute legends that will be few and far between as we go up the leagues now, and you know they deserve every bit of plaudits they've had, and they will be very well missed at Worthing FC.
Yeah, I think they will be. You know, the 2 characters, and but then again, also sometimes you have to move on, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's it. Club grows.
Is this when we tell Jacko about he's not available? We don't need him for the next podcast.
No, we're getting Gary back.
We're moving on.
Gary can horse it around. Oh, it says that. No, don't be silly. But it's good luck to you guys. I'm sure we'll see you down there. Just don't turn into Dean Cox and prop the bar up every week. There we go. So one of the things to talk about players is, and one of the requests on this month on social media on Rebels Forum, and read the comments, and we appreciate them. Is you loved hearing from Hinch, you loved hearing from Barry, in-depth interviews, and some people said they want to hear from Nathan. Nathan Bowen, the director of football. So put the text in, put the request in. Nathan gave up his time, and here he is. So let's speak to Nathan and speak about how his job's changed in the last sort of few years, I'd say.
This is the Rebel Yell podcast.
Right, so as we mentioned, quite a few people have requested on forums and socials about some guests we're getting on, and one of them that came up was Nathan Bowen, the director of football here at Worthing FC. And we were just saying now off microphone, we think you've been on the podcast, but you think it was a very long time ago. We definitely didn't have as professional setup as this, did we, Nathan?
Looking very professional.
We had a gramophone.
We had a gramophone, a little vinyl disc to play the jingles and stuff like that. But welcome back to the podcast, because I think, to be honest, we might as well scrap it and start again, because it's such a different club now than it was when we would have had you on before, from everything. And you're now director of football at a full-time football club pretty much, aren't you?
Yeah, like you say, the club's moved on a hell of a lot. just like the podcast, which is good to see. But yeah, I'm coming into my 9th year here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a long old time. So it was Calvin. Remember Calvin that brought me in with George all those years ago, in a consultancy role.
Yeah.
And if you think about some of the players and some of the things that I've been involved in, time has flown by.
And how long have you been director of football now for?
The director of football was from about just after COVID, so that must be 4 or 5 years. So I remember being general manager for a bit over COVID.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you were. Yeah.
Just in charge of everything.
Just literally the man for everything at the club.
It's post-COVID director of football.
So you got a job title, director of football.
Yeah.
But what do you do? What does your job entail?
That's not asked in a rude way.
When we said it to Shan, we're like, what do you actually do?
No, but the thing is, you can have a
it's
job.
all about tone.
You can have a job title, because I know Bailey Smith's got a really good job title when he works with his dad. But it's absolute rubbish, because he admitted that. But a job title tells you certain things. But
it's I guess the first thing to say is director of football is obviously different at every club.
Of course.
And the immediate role was to be the conduit between the board and the staff. So even though the club wasn't full-time, Hinch was full-time. There was people at the club who were full-time. You will remember watching me and Hinch coach the 18s and 19s. And, we're out on the pitch coaching the 14s, 15s, 16s and development centre. So even though the first team wasn't full-time, there was a lot going on. So they needed someone day to day to look after the football element. So director of football at Worthing Football Club is someone who looks after every team that represents. Okay, so we've obviously got our senior football, which is our men's and women's teams. I also look after the pathway, 19s down to under 9s at Development Centre. But I'm also the liaison with our community, so our inclusive teams and schools outreach, anything like that. So any time there's someone that wears a shirt with Worthing FC on it, it will have something.
It's almost like the CEO of the football inside, really, kind of thing.
What do you do on Tuesday to Friday? This is Monday sorted. What do you do the rest of the days?
So a lot of my days, obviously most of it now, it's changed a lot, because it used to be more delivery. Yeah, so it used to be, right, Mondays I'm coaching 19s and I'm coaching the youth teams. Tuesday I'm coaching the 18s. Wednesday I'm coaching. So it used to be delivery, and then 1 or 2 hours of strategy. But now it's more about recruitment. So every player that comes in or out, every staff member. So obviously, when you guys see that Hinch was moving on, someone has to oversee that process. That's me. I've got to oversee who's going to be, what's the succession plan for that, negotiating with Aarran and Dino and Buddy, making sure we get the right criteria for who's going to come and lead the club the next time round, which is got Aggie. So a lot of my job is around strategy, planning, recruitment, using my network, liaising with clubs and agents as well. So you'll see that we've had some really good loans come in over the last few years. Mm-hmm. Josh is doing fantastic at the moment again for us. Jack Wadham, and we've had loads. I don't need to name them, but in order for that to happen, we need to have good connections with clubs. We need to go out and watch these players, and we need to find out from agents who's doing well, who's looking for loans in January. Obviously, Premier League clubs like Brighton, they can only do window to window. So I need to know, leading up to January, are there any players coming out of Brighton, coming out of Bournemouth that we could look at? So I spend a lot of my time with strategic planning.
So we saw you a couple of episodes ago when obviously Chris left, Aggie left the club. You're in that boardroom over there, very busy, pacing up and down on your phone. So obviously you would have known about that happening most probably a week or so, a few days before that actually happened, because you would have been approached and everything like that. Yeah. So when do you start your recruitment? Have you always got a pool of, say, something goes wrong, have you always got a pool of available managers, or or people that might be coming to the club? Or because we all know, and I did joke with you, said, "I bet you've texted Hinch tonight, haven't you?" You just sort of looked at me and went, "No." And I was like, "Yeah, whatever." I knew it was going to happen. So what? Just that sort of process, that side of your job role.
Yeah. So we obviously haven't got a list of available managers, but what we have is a really clear criteria on what we think is a worthing player and a worthing member of staff. So it fits into our philosophy. That's obviously playing style, but it's also their character. It's how they interact with fans, how they come across in the media, it's their age profile, where they're at in their career. So obviously we're a growing club, and we like to recruit people that are growing with us. So if you look at the signing, Spongy and Ted Jenks, these are all people with a lot of potential that are still growing, still getting better. We like our manager to match that as well. So there's a lot of profiling in terms of us understanding what staff is out there that matches that criteria. What sort of people do you want in the building in terms of their mentality and their work ethic? You'll see me, as you know, and a lot of the staff every day. Don't have days off. But I'm working every day, and that can be quite intense.
I can imagine
for a lot of people. But there's a lot of people like that out there.
Yeah.
Barry's the same. Our chairman George is the same. Ralph is the same. Like people that want to be successful. So I spend a lot of time seeing who's out there. Step 3, Step 4, Step 1, League 2, under 21s, who are potential candidates in the future. But things change so quickly that it can never be exact. And there's so much going on here that you can't spend too much time worrying about who's next.
But you want to be in the best position possible for when you need to.
You want to
try.
To react. Yeah. You want to try to know who's out there.
Sorry, can I ask a question? Because you're talking about players developing. Obviously, we signed Cox. Yeah, he played 5 years in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
So, what was the reason for signing him? Is it experience, or do you think he's still developing because he's not
he's good.
old? He's good.
Good. He's in his prime, so that again is just understanding who and what is available. I obviously knew for a long time that Nicky, and it's common knowledge that Nicky's moving on. Yeah. I knew that for a long time. Obviously, we couldn't let that on. But when the opportunity to sign George, he's in his prime. 27, 28. His life circumstances enabled him to be an option for us when he otherwise wouldn't be an option. In terms of contract, there's no risk. Sometimes when we signed Joe Partington, for example, he was excellent. He was brought in for experience, but everyone knew that was just going to be he's going to come in, he's going to try and help us get over the line. He was absolutely brilliant for us in the dressing room, put in some really good performances. Real leader, but we knew it was never going to be more than a year. With someone like Cox, although he's in his prime, he's not a 21-year-old. He's still got, another 10 years of playing if he wants to look after him. There's no risk in that sense. But it was more a case of saying what Nicky gives to us on the pitch and off the pitch, what he brings to the table, his experience. That's going to be a big hole to fill. Someone like Cox is not only can he deliver the ball brilliantly, not only does he play in a similar position, but he's also got that football experience, that football IQ, that life experience, and that's so important.
Just pause there 1 second, mate.
Keats.
So with the players you've seen, obviously we've had some fantastic names. You say Partington was fantastic last year, great, and we were shouting one more year for him at the pitch. Really might convince him, but he left the club in good stead. With players like Nicky and Aarran finally retiring, does that leave maybe one part-time player now when Sam Beard, or is there any more?
It's a bit weird because obviously technically Joel Colbrand is still part-time.
Yeah.
I know he was working a normal 9 to 5, but he's just started his own business, I believe.
I saw that, yeah.
So we're hoping that, if he can manage his timetable, he can potentially get in for some of the other sessions.
Yeah.
But, he's obviously got a mortgage and he's got to work hard.
Yeah, of course,
that's a work in progress at the moment. So we're hoping we could sort something there. And obviously, touchwood, Beardy is back soon, but as it stands, he's not able to train.
Yeah.
But yeah, listen, that's the direction the club is sort of moving in. When you've got talented staff like we have with Hinch and Meany and Stretch and the guys, the more contact time they can have with the players, the better. So this year was always going to be about a transition year, and moving towards that full-time model. But the quality that we had in those players was too much for us to say, let's just rip it all up and start again.
Yeah,
we needed to find a way. I mean, Beardy's fantastic. Nicky's been fantastic. Joel's our captain. Glenn was excellent. He was with us, and obviously Aarran Racine, what a warrior he is. And it's been such a shame that we couldn't get him out on the pitch a bit more.
Yeah,
but you know, we looked at that as a core and thought that's, you know, in terms of building something for the future, those are all characters you want to have in and around the team. So, but yeah, going into next year, decisions will have to be made, and hopefully we can get some more sponsorship and, and make a few more of these lads full time if we can afford it.
I just think one of the most undervalued players is Cookie, Joe Cook. Yeah. I think he's one of our best performers.
Say he's undervalued.
No, undervalued. But people don't talk about him a lot.
Yeah, but I also think, listen, there's two things here. If you're not talking about them, that's a good thing, especially for defenders, because your goalkeepers and defenders, you're in the firing line. And if we're talking about you too much, then either you're too good for the level and you know, we lose you very, very quickly, or you're making loads of mistakes, and it's normally the latter. For us, I think we've got a lot of players that maybe go under the radar for what they provide to the team. Also, we've had such massive sort of competition for places. So there's players who maybe don't even start. You know, Matty Burgess. If you look at what he brings, O'Day as a warrior, I think the squad of 22 players that we've got has been really good.
I always thought our bench was good last season, but I think this season's even better.
Yeah,
that's the difference between us and most teams. The quality we've got on the bench can bring on.
100%, and again, that's all planned. You know, if you take yourselves back to our first season, you'll remember at the end where Harrison Male got injured, Jack Paxman got injured.
Yes,
we were wheeling out Jesse Starkey and Alex Parson. They haven't played all season. And I remember we finished the season and we had a very depleted squad, and we felt that we went into the playoffs not in the best position we could have been. And we've tried to address that. You know, we've tried to make sure that we're not flogging the lads Saturday, Tuesday, if we don't have to. You know, the fact that you're missing the players of the quality of Aarran Racine and Beardy and everyone, you know, and we've been able to. We've lost Temi, you know, and we've been able to roll with the punches and still compete.
You know, Hinch can rotate the team.
Yeah,
and it doesn't weaken the team at all, whoever's in or out.
So we've tried again. We you know, very deliberately tried to make sure we have a competitive squad rather than, you know, 3 or 4 superstars. We've got a whole squad that are ready to compete at all times, which is good.
Has Hint given you a Santa's nice and naughty list, like what he wants for his Christmas presents?
It's obviously I have a brilliant relationship with Hinch, and it's sort of ongoing. Like I say, we get sent a lot of players, as you can imagine, with the style of play that we have, which is one of our criteria, is that we have to be. We have to be a good option for teams like Brighton and Bournemouth and Southampton to send their players. Okay, they have to look at how we play and the staff we've got and say, I tell you what, we really want to send our players there. So we get sent a lot of players, and you never know when you're going to need a player. So listen, as much as we're doing well, we're sat in the new lounge, which is fantastic. It costs a lot of money. And we're gone full time, costs a lot of money. Brand new fan zone costs a lot of money. So it's not as easy as having a a wish list.
Yeah, of course.
But in terms of succession planning and knowing who's out there and which types of players and profiles would fit, should they come available, or should the opportunity present itself? And obviously, we don't want to lose players.
No.
But it happens, doesn't it? As we saw with Temi.
But as long as we know, they're contracted now, so you know that if someone comes in the right deal for the club and the player, at least we'll have compensation for it, rather than before where we could lose a player just like that. You know, like just 7-day approach. They want to go, they're out of here.
Correct. And listen, what I will say is that even the players that there's no one that really wants to go.
Yeah.
In terms of, you know, if you speak to Ollie Pearce, I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
And the York boys, they talk so fondly of their time.
Well, Ollie Pearce says he might come back to retire here, so keep him sweet. Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't he? Probably banging in like another 30 goals when he's in his 40s or something, wouldn't he?
He's incredible, isn't he?
Yeah, it's great to see players like that do so well.
He's like a fine wine. He's getting better and better every year.
He is. We always used to say, we joked, like, you know, you would say you saw him from a coach's side, but he always came across when he was a lot younger, very immature and like very silly. And it's almost like the pandemic, he sort of took his whole attitude and changed when running into the season when we got promoted, and then every year in the football National League he's been fantastic, and it's great for him to see him do so well, and you know we love seeing that. And you know Temi, he seems to be playing well at Forest Green, and you know it's just typical he had to do it on the night in front of Savage and all that, didn't he? You know what I mean, like the best player on the pitch that night. But you know unfortunately that's what happens at this level, doesn't it?
It's what happens, but it means we're doing something right. So you know, touch wood. We can build on our squad instead of losing. But like you just said, you know, any players that do move on will be on our terms. Yeah. Just the same as our staff, same as anything. Yeah. We've put ourselves in a really strong position. Yeah. And like we say, we know who's out there. Yeah. Should the opportunity present itself?
Well, there's an opportunity if a player could come back with an Irish accent soon. I don't know what happened recently. I don't know who could that be. Who could that be? He's no comment.
There's no comment on that. But yeah, listen, everyone knows who we're talking about.
I don't know who you're on about. No, I don't. Robbie Keane.
Yeah, Robbie Keane.
But, Roy Keane. Yeah.
Listen, Mo did brilliantly for us.
Yeah, he was good,
you know, he was our top goal scorer.
Just the thought of him and Brad up front together is quite exciting. But, you know.
Yeah, of course. But listen, like you say, I think right now we're looking at it and we're going, if we can get Tom King fit, you know, the two opportunities that he had.
He's a little live wire.
He's been electric.
He's so fast.
Yeah, he's been electric. Brad is doing what we all know Brad, because we've seen him, you know, do that for us through the youth teams. Yeah. But anyone who isn't familiar with Brad will probably go, where have they got him from? But, you know, he's doing what he does best. Nath is getting into some good form, and the screamer he scored. You know, Chucks is out on loan. Yeah. You know, he's got his first goal.
He scored some winning goals as well, didn't he?
Yeah, so scored on Saturday,
Yeah, we're and listen, everyone's chipping in. I mean, Joel Goldbrand.
Oh yeah, Goldbrand. Yeah, Goldbrand. He's just great down that side.
Suddenly he's top scorer.
And then he gets annoyed when he doesn't score now, doesn't he? He's like, you see the frustration.
We must have the most attacking defenders.
And do you know one thing that's quite nice is obviously since Hinch has come back, as we know before, we'd win the games, but it'd be like 5-4 or something like that. We've got the highest goal difference, I think, in the league now, which is fascinating to see. It's amazing.
Yeah. Listen, and everyone will tell you, and Hinch will tell you this himself, you know, we back the team and we think we've got a really good chance. But also, you know, we're only in November.
No, it's I think it's just exciting. I mean, and you know, when you go on a run of 9 games out of which, like we've won 9 out of 10 league and cup, well, 9 out of 11 in theory, if you think about it. You can't help but get yourself carried away, can you, as a fan? Because you're like, oh wow, this is an amazing run, and what Hinch has come in and done with the squad.
I think it's the excitement, isn't it?
Yeah.
You come here on a Saturday or Tuesday night, and you're excited to watch the football.
Yeah.
You know, and it gets you going.
Yeah, definitely. And like I say, as a fan, that's what we want. We want people to get excited and to have belief in the team.
More people in through the door.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, how long's it till your boys playing for the first team then? Like, how old's he now, Cass?
He's 6.
Oh, for a few years, he's a wonder kid. He's a wonder kid, like 14-year-old wonder kid getting in there.
We're going to try and get Ted in first on.
We'll get Ted in. Yeah, get Ted in. Yeah, that'll be that. But Nath, it's been great to chat to you. Thank you so much. We hope you have a great Christmas, and I'm sure you'll have a busy January fighting people off for ours and possibly bringing some in. But yeah, thank you very much, mate.
And thank you.
Nathan.
Cheers,
thank
mate.
you.
Thank you.
This is the Rebel Yell podcast.
Great to hear from Nathan.
Really good insight what he does on a daily basis, actually.
It is.
If you ask, they will come.
Yeah. That's what they all say. Right.
Here we go.
Street waffling. Time for some street waffling. We don't do that one anymore, do we?
Well,
No.
we need some proper away trips. Well, Gloucester's coming up.
Yeah. That's a proper one, that.
This is a banger.
Eurovision. It's not through the phone this time.
Get your hands up in the air.
Good thing this is not being filmed.
So, Spencer, I did say to you at Slough on Saturday, did you have a meal deal? And you said you didn't.
I didn't, no. It was only Slough. It's only down the road.
But
And I had time for a proper breakfast.
Bacon
before I
roll.
left.
Bacon roll, yeah. Have you had a meal deal this month?
No.
You're not even a Christmas meal deal, like trying a Christmas sarnie.
Like, non-football.
Okay,
related.
non-football. Have you had a Christmas sarnie meal deal?
I have, yeah.
What one?
I've had a couple.
Bacon and cranberry? Free?
Tesco's is the absolute.
Is that the one you
best.
need to go to? Tesco's?
Yeah.
What did you have?
This is really interesting.
It is really interesting because it's like you refuse to do
Tesco's
service stations anymore, so I've got to get content
It's not
from
that I
somewhere.
refuse to. It's just I think people are fed up of hearing about Cobham services. have done Cobham services actually.
Yeah, you've done comm services, but we're not doing Spencer services anymore. We've done it. Maybe next season, you never know. It could be a few more service stations around the country.
Yeah.
But
no, Tesco's Christmas sandwich has got absolute works in it.
nice. We'll do that. We'll do that. I like a Christmas sandwich. They are good actually. They do good sandwiches. And when you get a nice drink and maximise that meal, you've got to do it. So it's highly recommended by Spencer. There we go. Jack Eats. What have you been? Actually, no, I've done one for you, actually, mate. Hey ho!
He tries the food at different grounds.
This isn't winning an Ivan Novello award, is it?
It's not as good as Spencer's meal deal, but it's up there. He likes some food at the grounds.
This sounds like a one of real bad 70s football song.
Yeah. Any food this month?
No. Sorry.
Hey ho!
But do you like going to the football?
I like going to the football, but
You haven't really been to many away grounds.
I've
this
been to
month, have you?
away games this last month for various reasons, but so no, unfortunately not. I can't tell you anything about the food.
I mean, to be fair, yeah. I mean, yeah, well, you have to act on this month, mate. Are you going to Gloucester, possibly?
Potentially, yeah.
You go to Gloucester special Jack Eats there.
We can do it.
That'd be good to see. I mean, to be fair, I like.
Well,
good
we good to see on a podcast.
To be fair, I do take the mickey out of you, and I've wound you up. So I thought, it's about time I can get my comeuppance because normally Jacko's our BBC correspondent, and I do record it and wind him up by putting it on it. But I thought it's only fair that I do the one that I got called on Saturday. So let's listen to that though, and yes, they called me very early and kept me waiting, didn't they? And
Were you in spoons even at 7 in the morning?
I could have been, but no, I wasn't. I was lying in bed with the cat sitting on my lap with a coffee. So there we go.
On the BBC Sounds app, on your smart speaker,
Play BBC Radio Sussex.
and on your radio.
The sound of Sussex is
BBC Radio Sussex.
It's like a jingle that I would have done.
Yeah, it might be bitterly
Literally
cold
like a
out there
jingle
in
that I
that
would do.
wind, but that will not stop Fernie's fans.
No, it won't.
Football fans from across the southeast,
football
travelling here, there, and everywhere to support their beloved team. And Fernie's fan today is James Easton from Worthing. So, James, you're off to see Worthing FC play Slough Town this afternoon.
Yes, good morning, Alison. I think after hearing your weather forecast, I will need my big jacket, gloves and scarf because I think it's going to be a cold, wet and windy one.
Yeah, it is definitely big coat weather, without a doubt. So go on then, take us through your day. Like, do you have a sort of a routine when you're going to the football?
Well, I normally get up, have a little coffee, got the cat sitting on my lap right now, so a bit of breakfast, and then sort of get on the way to the football, taking with my friends today, going up there, and we'll get to the ground, maybe a couple of beers, and then hopefully watch another 3 points to Worthing.
Oh, and that's what you think? You're confident?
Well, since Adam Hinshelwood's returned to the club, we're apart from the FA Cup game, we're eight wins on the trot now in all competitions. So he's taken us right up the league, which is a great sight to see.
And how do you get behind the team? Are you one of those that like shouting in the seats, or are you like singing the chants? I mean, are there any chants for Worthing that you could teach us that are for broadcast? Let me just put that caveat in there.
Maybe not for broadcast, you know.
Right.
I'm sure you've heard of football fans, but no, there's a little away singing section, and they have it at the home games. They have a little section of the ground which always brings a noise, and we stand off to the side with my friends, and we stand in our own little area, which has come our sort of match day ritual. But yeah, on an away day, we're segregated at Slough today, which is disappointing for the first time, and we're finding out a lot more now with some of these away games that there's a lot more segregation going on, which kind of takes away a little bit of the love for non-league, because that's what you get in the professional leagues. But the segregation means we'll sort of be crammed into one corner of the ground at Slough, so there'll probably be a concentration of noise from that side today at Arbour Park.
And have you been to Slough before? I mean, it doesn't sound like the most glamorous of places. I mean, I don't want to judge.
The famous
but
BBC series The Office was based there, wasn't it? The world's largest trading estate. I've been a couple of times, and frustratingly for me, it's one of Worthing's bogey teams. So I'm really hoping we can overthrow that bogey effect, and we can actually get the 3 points, because we've been left disappointed there. So I think we were down to 10 men one time, and still ended up drawing the game. They were down to 10 men. So it's one of those grounds that is a bogey team for Worthing.
And what are the half-time options looking like? What are we talking food-wise?
Well, because it's segregated, I'm really not sure, because we've never been segregated there before. But normally there's a nice little cafe under the stand. They've got a really nice bar, which is a shame, because I was looking forward to keeping warm if it gets really wet up in the bar, because you can watch the game from the bar. So,
oh, hello.
Yes,
I'm
but
in.
because it's segregated for the home fans, we can't get in there today. So I think it will be literally one corner, a couple of can bars, maybe a little food truck for burgers and chips and whatever, but I'll be
honest with you, James, you're not selling it to me, but I'll think of you when I'm wrapped up nice and warm on my sofa.
A little pot of Bovril would be fine for me, a little can of Bovril to warm me up.
Honestly, if you have to go all the way to Slough, stand in the cold for 90 minutes and they lose, this is why I couldn't be a football fan. I wouldn't be able to stomach it. Listen, they won't. Yeah. They're going to win. Worthing, come on.
Worthing, up the Rebels. So yeah, looking forward to it, Alison.
Right. What did you think about my BBC? Was it as good as Yakko, Spencer?
Oh, hang on.
Yes, no?
Yes, it was really good, James. The only thing I thought they kept you waiting for a long time, because obviously we were texting on Saturday.
I was having a party, Spencer Disco, sort of like they're playing some bangers from the 80s, like disco music. And
you literally sounded like you just got in for the night.
Mate, I just woken up. I think I've been up since till 2-3 in the morning, because I think I finised work really late the night before, and I was like,
"What? You work?"
Yes, I do work. It's called a job, and I flap my arm. It makes me take off. But yeah, that was a funny little thing. But as you're saying, we're taking the mick out of things. But you've got your own songs. I did one. Because Spencer knows I love a carpet.
Weatherspoon on his mind, the man is unhinged.
Sounds like radio.
James!
Oh no, it doesn't know.
You gotta pull yourself together. It's not a good look.
If people could see our faces.
It's a bit dirgy, isn't it? He even knows the words.
See what carpet they have. Do you think you can? Can you do it? Can you do it?
No? Is it not as good? Do I have to go back to the drawing board with that one?
It's rubbish.
Okay. Just because you two have got bangers. But what about a new Rebel Yell?
Who's gonna take the title home? Who's gonna take the title home? Who's gonna take the title home? It's the Rebel Yell. It's the Rebel Yell. It's the Rebel Yell. It's the
I'm sure he said just now he works because I'm questioning it.
But also, it sounds very American. This
it does, doesn't it? It sounds like something you'd hear at wrestling or something. Or American
Who's gonna take the title home?
Then again, that's what
Who's gonna
James
take the title home? It's a rebel yell.
I think it's not going to work. If people could see his little face, he would so pleased for himself.
Do you think this would be the away boys singing this?
No.
I'm literally speechless.
Say that. If people can see even Spencer's face, Spencer just looks, his look is completely blank.
The good form of AI apps, man. It just type your thing in. If you got any ideas for a new
This is
theme
going to
song,
take over the world, apparently.
Yeah,
can't
I don't think it's going to take over our podcast. But I have to say, we're talking about former players last month because it was so action packed and busy. We had our little Temmie who left us, and he did send a message, and he messaged me going, "Did you play it on the podcast?" So he must listen. But as promised, Temmie, we got your message, and I'll play it now.
Afternoon Rebels, Afternoon Rebel podcast.
He can't get the name podcast right now.
I want to say thank you. I didn't get to say goodbye properly, so this is my farewell. Firstly, I want to thank the fans for taking me in from the jump. Big part of my journey to where I am now. Thank you to the board, management, most especially the players. It's a great club that I've been part of, and I will be watching. I hope you lot hit the heights that you've set out for. And yeah, come on Rebels. See you lot soon.
Fair play to Temmie. I mean,
that was really nice.
Yeah, and as I said, he must listen because he did say, "Oh, did you not have time to?" I was like, and to be honest, Temmie, it was so busy last month. We had such an action pack. It slipped my mind, and I do apologise. But we got you in there. We got you on your favourite podcast. Did Forest Green do a podcast, Temmie? You have to let me know. Drop me a message because then we'll know if you actually are listening.
It's probably solar powered.
Yeah, yeah. They don't have microphones.
Only
They got loud hailers or something like that. They're not allowed to. But yeah, no, Temmie, you are missed it, and good luck, and it's good to see you hit ground running.
It's good to see you doing so well.
Just before we finish, street waffling, chatting, podcasting, Mini Mackey's still available. What a perfect Christmas present, eh?
Yes, they are.
Perfect Christmas present. Tenner. They'll be on sale. You can get them online, but the last opportunity really at home is going to be Farnborough on the 20th, isn't it? I think. Oh, we got this Saturday against Hornchurch, but then Saturday against Hornchurch, and then you've got Farnborough on the 20th, and then it'll be the big man coming down your chimney. But gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. Another action-packed podcast. Thank you for listening, and drop us a little message in the comments to see what you liked, what you didn't like, and we hope your feedback's good. Hope you enjoyed the interviews, and thanks for your support as always.
Also, who would you like to listen to next?
Hey, who would you like to listen to next? I mean, we got through most of the club now.
Yeah.
Tea lady.
There might be a few people
How
left.
do you make the perfect tea? No, there we go. And what about Yako's chicken shack that his nemesis in that corner over there with his chips that you can't get there or something? What was it you said?
Oh no, no.
Okay,
you have to go to one corner to get the chicken, the other corner to get the chips or something.
No, it's tea.
Anyway, thanks to MK Window Cleaning, Price Stone Electrical for your sponsorship. As continued, guys, it's been a pleasure. Good luck for December. Have a very Merry Christmas, everyone, and a Happy New Year. And let's see if the Rebels can end the year on a high in the next round of the trophy and the cup, and the girls in the FA Cup, and hopefully they get a few more points on the board.
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Myself, James,
Yako,
and Spence.
Buenas noches, Feliz Navidad, hasta luego.
Up the Rebels.
Up the Rebels.